Kosmic Erotica. Kosmic Erotica is a science fictional series by Ania. It is sexual in nature and is intended for adults only. This audio is rated NC-17. Copyright 2019 by Ania. Kosmic Erotica. This is a snippet from The Beach. Chapter 1. Take Me Higher. Mina Beretti saw Ketty Luga watching, staring at her body beyond the green mist on the sparkling black sandy beach. The sea foam swirling in between her toes, tingling, tickling, like the way he touched her body. All over. She was feeling love. When she looked up into the purple haze of the universe, it surrounded her mind, intertwined with thoughts of him entering her body with his hard erection. She was feeling love. When Ketty laid her down, she was staring into his eyes. He was staring into hers. They were one, and nothing could enter their private compound, their circle, their world. She, him. They are feeling love. She felt the searing heat of his body, the touch of his fingertips, slowly fondling her breasts, hardening her cocoa brown nipples, the warmth of his tongue, finding all her secret parts. It's like discovering all the secrets of a woman's universe. Mina took command and turned Ketty over on his rippling strong back, allowing the water from the ocean's ebb flow its currents underneath their bodies, tickling their skin with sweet delights. She looked at his face and admired whom she was in the presence of. She was proud and happy to connect her mouth to his. Those candy-sweet, juicy, wet lips. She's been longing to kiss him for a very long time. Here she lay with him. She felt his heart so close to hers in rhythm, beating strong, fast, with the anticipation of his erect, hard penis rolling up against her stomach and between her thighs. She asked him from within, "Can you feel me, baby? Can you see with your etheric mind what I'm doing? Will you love me good just this one time, until the next time we meet again on the beaches of Sirius, our secret place? Fill me up now, babe. Give me your love," Mina said. Kosmic Erotica. Kosmic Erotica is a science fictional series by Ania. It is sexual in nature and is intended for adults only. This audio is rated NC-17. Copyright 2019 by Ania. Kosmic Erotica. This is a snippet from Venus. Chapter 2. My eyes have seen the glory. Hesitating for a moment, Grant took a good look out of the viewing screen to see if there were any ominous and strange beings or animal life nearby. After it was determined that there wasn't anything suspicious, he gave the okay to open the hatch. The crew began to cautiously venture out. In less than 10 minutes, they were met by a greeting party of some sort. They didn't know what to make of the group of women approaching them. Ah, what beauty beholding to their eyes! What magnificent statuesque grandeur! There were small women, tall women, big women, little women, long hair, short hair, white hair, green hair, black hair, orange hair, all color types, but all nappy. But all of them were, oh, so beautiful in their own right. The apparel they wore spoke volumes in their demeanor. Some wore black or brown leather vests that stuffed size 38 to 44 breasts in them. Some wore long pants with a slit all the way up the hip and cut up on each side. Some wore very short skirts that was so short you could almost see their pearl. But most of them wore sheer tunics so transparent that nothing was hidden. They all rode in as a caravan on different types of transportation, from ground vehicles to flying machines, 2 wheels, 3 wheels, 4, or no wheels. The men tried their best to look beyond the crowd of females to assess if there were any males in the group. There were none. Not one.
"Oh, my eyes have seen the glory,"
shouted Jafari.
"Look here. This can't be real. All women, beautiful women. Look at the colors."
Kosmic Erotica. Kosmic Erotica is a science fictional series by Ania. It is sexual in nature and is intended for adults only. This audio is rated NC-17. Copyright 2019 by Ania. Kosmic Erotica. This is a snippet from Planet Gaia. Chapter 6. In the Line. At the liftoff.
"No. We're going to wait for the guard to return. If we are not here when he gets back, they will leave us all. I forbid you to leave this spot, young lady,"
said her father. Isabella knew her friends would be left to a doomed planet if they weren't here in the next few moments. Meanwhile, Vienna and Jalen had found an empty janitor's storage closet in one of the back hallways of the large facility. All the while Jalen spoke to her, she was taking off his shirt.
"Oh, this is ridiculous, V. I never knew you were this much of a sex fiend. We are jeopardizing our spot on the rescue ships that can take us off this God-forsaken planet, and all you care about is sucking my dick?"
"This is all I can think about right now." Jalen leaned his head back against the wall as Vienna clasped her mouth over the head of his penis. She began sucking hungrily on the length of his 7-inch rod. The more she sucked, the more he grew harder. It was so good at this point that what was happening around them was tuned out, silenced. Either of them didn't care at this moment if the world blew up.
"Oh, girl, come up for air before you make me come in your mouth,"
said Jalen. Vienna paid him no mind as she continued to devour his cock. Finally, he took her head in his hands and guided it to his mouth and mercilessly kissed her. It was his way of blocking out all that chaos around them. She took off all her clothes and laid on the cold floor by the sink while he stood over her and opened the zipper to his trousers. He laid on top of her and kissed her once more. Kosmic Erotica. Kosmic Erotica is a science fictional series by Ania. It is sexual in nature and is intended for adults only. This audio is rated NC-17. Copyright 2019 by Ania. Cosmic Erotica. This is a snippet from Night Visitors. Chapter 2. What are they like? After the alien men awkwardly left the shuttle, they continued to observe the habits and the actions of the lovers and the humans, whose passionate feelings toward one another was outwardly shown to all. They saw how the humans displayed something called music and laughter in front of a roaring, hot pile of logs. A male and a female played around like their smaller young tads do. They were running around and chasing each other, falling down in the sand as if it was a fun thing to do so. They also observed a few of them who seemed like they were incoherent, not understanding what they were speaking of. Cleet called this in their language unclepoid, meaning silly, ignorant actions.
What do they call this behavior?
Asked Dorix.
We call it mentally unstable,
replied Keith.
If we are to get inside the heads of these humans, we have to act unstable,
stated Belfo.
Not for long. It has to be just enough to participate in the pleasure principles they share with one another. I want to be seasoned when I'm ready to marry a young tit,
said Cleet.
Sooner or later, we're going to have to show ourselves and take off this coating to blend in with them. And what are we going to do with our extremely long and huge planklin, or where I've read the humans call a penis?
Asked Malfoy.
Well, most human women like a long, fat penis, not those skinny, short, shriveled up ones. Believe me, we got what they want, and it's my mission to give it to them. You're not backing out now, Malfoy. You got cold feet? No, I don't, but our appearance won't add desire to the fire,
he replied.
What about the human men? Do you think that they desire to fuck our women?
Asked Dorix.
Well, human men will put a dick in anything that has a hole like a slit in it. They sometimes ravage their women, like they will never get a piece of what they call pussy again. I don't know if Aiello of them would like that, but they are a pair of spirited nymphs. They might like it. Let's hope they don't kill them,
laughed Cleet.
I'm curious to know how they're going to handle it.
Cosmic Erotica. Cosmic Erotica is a science fictional series by Ania. It is sexual in nature and is intended for adults only. This audio is rated NC-17. Copyright 2019 by Ania. Cosmic Erotica. This is a snippet from Alpha Omega. Chapter 3. There you are. His friends allotted him time to freshen up, and once he was ready, they all reveled out the door and into a white 15-foot rented limousine.
All we have to do is get drunk and be happy,
said Mitchell.
The driver has a predestined schedule, so sit back, fellas, and relax.
The first stop for the men was the steakhouse. After spending 3 hours at the restaurant and visiting a few other bars, they went directly to DeMarco's Gentlemen's Club. The men were extremely excited to view Phoenix's finest. The club had a packed house, since it was so close to the new year. The lucky group retained a table near the front. There were 3 naked women on 3 separate poles, dancing to the upbeat of Usher's climax. The men begin to yell and shout at them, throwing much money, making it rain with big head hundreds. This went on until the late hours into the night. Corel was tiring after not much rest during the day before. But soon, after the last performance was over, the music had changed several times until it became louder, with the lights flickering and bouncing off the ceiling and the floors, the walls, everywhere. The reaction of all the men and some women in the club took note and set up to watch what would be the beginning of a spectacular presentation. When a woman walked out onto the stage dressed in all white, she was stunning and so beautiful to the eyes that the men were salivating with desire to have her in their arms and in their bed. She wrapped herself around the first pole with ease as she sexually moved her body to make the men's dicks rise. As soon as she dropped everything she had onto the floor, she was bare-bodied beautiful. Corel's eyes lit up tenfold, and he immediately recognized this woman. There you are! It was her, the woman he made a date with tomorrow night, the woman he kept having dreams about. This woman, his future wife, she's stark naked on stage. What the fuck? He wanted to run up on the stage and wrap her up, but he thought he would frighten her into thinking he was stalking her. But he wanted to protect her. The longer this went on, the more he thought of how his friends saw every inch of her body cavities. Corel couldn't take it any longer, so he went outside and sat in the limo. As the cheers and the music died down, he could tell her routine was over, so he returned to the table where his friends were.
She was sensational. That little pussy looked so sweet. I could eat that all night,
said Mitchell. Another friend of Mitchell's said,
and those titties, I could suck them until she had no more milk. Have some respect, guys. You don't know these women. I would have respect for themselves, if they did,
replied Mitchell. Kosmic Erotica. Kosmic Erotica is a science fictional series by Ania. It is sexual in nature and is intended for adults only. This audio is rated NC-17. Copyright 2019 by Ania. Kosmic Erotica. This is a snippet from Sex Magic. Sex Magic, Chapter 3. Trust me. You'd better, because what I taught you is strong and all-powerful. Sometimes you can misuse it, and it will turn on you. I think you should stop altogether, because I feel the power has turned against you, son. You know it was never meant to be used for actual sex. Don't do it anymore. Just be the natural you.
Well, trust me, Mother, I'm done. But one more time is all I'm asking for. Who knows? It might bring me a miracle, the kind that could put me in check.
Well, if you aren't careful, it could be the last thing you'll ever do. And that's something you might regret. Even I will not have the ability to help you.
Well, if I can't get help from you, then they keep me at bay. And that means they are a powerful witch, the kind of witch I need to marry.
I agree. But like I have been saying, you have to show these women some respect, because most of them will not let you walk around here doing what you want with their feelings. They run deep. It's a wonder they haven't ran into each other. I've told you that your red-boned ass is going to get you in trouble one day. The calls I receive tells me they're in love with you, all of them.
I will take your warning under advisory, but in the meantime, I have to do what I have to do, and that's be a good friend to humanity, helping and giving all my services when it's needed. Can't help it. Mom, I'm hooked into doing something even I can't stop. I'm addicted. It's the best drug I've ever used, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Yes, it is. Too much of anything will get you hurt, even sex. Watch it, son. You've been warned. I love you, and I don't want to see you get hurt, mentally or physically. You can have the time of your life with a few ladies, but over 30?
There's no harm in giving a woman what she wants, Mother, especially if she's not getting it anywhere else. I can provide that for her, no strings. She's free, I'm free, we're both happy.
Some women don't want to be free. They want companionship, someone who will be there at all times when they need them.
Mother, that's old school. Our group doesn't participate like that anymore. We laugh, we play, we make love, and then we go our separate ways in that order.
You keep on thinking that way. One day you're going to run into that one that you won't know what to do with, and she is going to fuck your mind over really good. And when that happens, don't come back to me and say, you told me so. Because I know I did right here today, April 19th,